What's going on, guys? Andrew back with another video, and today we're gonna go into a bit of a fucking couch. What's going on, guys? Andrew back with another video. Today we're going to be looking at some sneakers that I've bought recently. Let's get started. So the first couple of pairs that I want to get into today are these Adidas pickups. Two of these are from the Adidas outlets that I found for a really good price under retail. One of them is from the good people at Unheard of. I actually went to Cincinnati recently, stopped by the store, brought some of my best friends to the store, and you know, as we do, we bought shoes. So we're going to get into the outlet pickups first and foremost. First up, we have the Pharrell Williams Continental 80. Now, the Continental 80 is an Adidas model that I really love. I had bought the original, like all white with the red and blue stripe. A couple years ago, I had bought two pairs, wore them both to the ground, and I really just don't have any pairs left. So while I was in the Adidas outlet, I did see that there was a collection of Adidas Pharrell Williams collabs that were just under retail for a really good price. And the colorway is pretty self-explanatory there. You guys can get a better look right there. It is this cream off-white color with orange accents and orange laces. There's some orange stitching around the human-made, or the HU, like his logo for his Adidas collaborations lately. There's some orange stitching around the label there, orange stitching around the eyelets, and orange laces that came in the shoe. It also comes with some color matching cream laces with some orange aglets at the end there. Pretty basic color scheme all throughout. You got the green insoles with some parts of the human anatomy in there. It looks very, if any of you guys have the human, like the Pharrell Williams boxes, they look just like that. It's like that color essentially. So I saw that they had Stan Smiths, they had the Continental 80s, which is one of my favorite, like under the radar models, and they had a couple other pairs, all following the same color pattern, all following the same super steep discount. I believe these were like 50% off. Retail was $100 on these. They were on the shelf for $50 after a discount. And so I was like, you know what, let me go ahead and get these. Let me go ahead and pick these up. It's under the radar, very simple. I think in the spring and summer, this is gonna be a nice everyday rotation sneaker. So yeah, here we go, Pharrell Williams Continental 80. Now the other pair of shoes that I picked up from the Adidas outlet is not a whole lot you have to say about this shoe. In my opinion, this is the kind of shoe that I can have several pairs of and just continue to wear them and rotate them in and out of the collection. This is just an all white with the green accent on the heel, Stan Smith, just a standard Stan Smith, nothing special about this pair. I don't know for sure if I've talked about these in the past, but this is my Stan Smith this is my other pair of Stan Smiths that I constantly wear in the rotation. This is the Stan Smith Forever. They're made with a more premium feeling leather with some additional accents and an aged midsole and outsole. The main difference here is that these are just the standard, regular schmegular, basic, all white, crappy leather Stan Smiths. In my opinion, having a pair of Stan Smiths in the collection is the equivalent to like how sneakerheads used to have a pair of all white Air Force Ones in the collection. Some people might disagree with that, but in my experience, that's the kind of thing that I like to have in the collection rather than a pair of Air Force Ones. I'd rather have an all white pair of Stan Smiths on hand just in case, you know, the situation arises, I need an all white sneaker and I just don't have an all white sneaker. So these were 50% off as well. I ended up paying $35 for this pair of Adidas's, as opposed to like $95 or $100 for an all-white Air Force One. Retail price on an Adidas Stan Smith is $75. These were actually $35 after the discount, and if I had found any other pairs in my size, this was like literally the only one on the shelf that I found. If I had found other pairs in my size, I would have bought more pairs of these, but lo and behold, I just found the one, and I figured one is good enough. So yeah, that's the Adidas outlet pickups. Now getting into what I picked up from the good people at Unheard of. This is a little bit different because the packaging looks similar until you see the label on the side, recycled content. So it says this product is made with recycled content as part of our ambition to end plastic waste. I think that's a good, I think I've mentioned this in the past, but I think that's a really good way for sneaker brands to kind of put themselves in the right position to help combat climate change and just the pollution that we've been faced with in this world due to, you know, industrial whatever. You know, a lot of these industries, we don't realize how much waste actually goes into the oceans or into landfills, and it doesn't do anything for us. It does a lot more harm than good, essentially. So I'm glad to see Adidas is doing that. And now getting into the actual pair itself, this is a shoe that you don't really see on my channel very often, but this is a pair of Superstars. So Adidas Superstars. You got the white rubber on the toe cap, white accent on the heel with some gold embossment as well as on the tongue, and then the upper is actually this, I can't read it. I can't read Adidas's color codes. Yeah, it's got this olive green on the upper, and that's just something that I was really drawn to. I'd seen that Unheard Of had posted this as well as a beige colorway on their Instagram account, which if you guys don't follow them on Instagram, you should. They always post really nice quality images of the sneakers they're selling, and I saw these as I saw these along with the beige colorway, and I thought these were just more my speed. I like olive on anything, you know, olives themselves. I like eating olives, but this is just one of those that like had this nice, very like low cut suede on the top, and you know, it was just a better feeling shoe in hand than like a regular Stan Smith like the one I just showed you. Retail on these was $90, so if you guys are keeping track, that's, you know, X amount of dollars I've spent. One thing I will point out, the size tag is actually on there with like twine, it looks like. Almost like a little bit of rope rather than a plastic piece. So that's kind of nice, you know, maybe that's their way of cutting back on plastic usage. Yeah, so the Superstar isn't a shoe that I really wear very often, but I'm kind of trying to tailor my my options in the sneaker collection to stuff that I can wear on a regular basis. So like, this is something you can wear just casually, you know, doesn't have to be very crazy. It's just something I saw, I liked, let me grab that. So yeah, thanks to the people at Unheard Of for having my size as always. And you know, thanks to the people at Unheard Of for having you know, just a great store all around. I'm not going to talk about them for hours and hours like I usually do. Let's move on to the next pickup, which actually came in the mail today.